All right, let us kick things off with a quick reality check. If you are watching this video on your phone while pretending to listen in a Zoom meeting, scrolling TikTok with your left hand, liking Instagram memes with your right, and you just said uh-huh to your boss who just asked if you finished the report, congratulations, you might already know the answer. But do not panic. Put down the phone unless you are watching us, in which case, keep holding the phone, maybe with both hands for emotional support, because today we are diving into the question every millennial, Gen Z, and honestly, anyone with a pulse and Wi-Fi needs to ask, are you addicted to social media? That is right. Get ready for the only quiz where your urge to cheat by Googling the answers is itself a red flag. Let us find out if your thumb has developed its own personality or if you are still master of your own scrolling destiny. First up, quick background. Social media is everywhere. Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, X, Snap, YouTube, Reddit, Be Real, WhatsApp groups you never asked to join, and that one MySpace profile you forgot to delete. It is like the digital equivalent of glitter. You think you cleaned it all up, and then boom, there it is again in your DMs at 2 a.m. Back in 2005, you could still escape it. But in 2025, if you want to know what your cousin ate for breakfast, what your ex is doing in Bali, or how your friend's sourdough starter is thriving, you are one notification away. There are more apps than actual friends. Some people cannot remember the faces of their relatives, but they can describe the last 10 memes they saw in excruciating detail. But when does keeping up turn into cannot put it down? Enter the science. Social media addiction is not just made up by your grumpy uncle who says, back in my day we played outside and drank from the hose. There is actual research, and yes, doctors in lab coats, studying why your brain wants to check notifications more than it wants water, food, or in some extreme cases, actual human contact. Social media platforms are built to hijack your brain's reward system. Every like, comment, heart share, and dancing cat video is like a tiny squirt of dopamine, your brain's favorite feel-good chemical. Imagine your brain as a hungry squirrel, and every notification is a peanut. After a while, your squirrel brain starts craving more peanuts. More. That is why you refresh your feed for the 37th time and justify it by saying you are just keeping up with the news, when in reality, you are looking at the same 3 posts as 5 minutes ago. So, how do you know if it is addiction or just enthusiastic participation? Well, science has some checklists, but we are going to do this XQ style with a rapid-fire quiz that is way more fun than anything your therapist hands out. Get a pen, open your notes app, or just count on your fingers if they are not busy swiping. Ready? Here we go. Question 1. Have you ever opened one social media app, closed it, and then immediately opened another, only to find yourself right back on the first one, wondering how you got there? That is called looping, and if you do it more than 3 times in a row, your thumbs are officially running their own simulation. Question 2. Do you find yourself reaching for your phone during every possible lull? Elevator rides, red lights, bathroom breaks, waiting for your kettle to boil, or while watching a show about people who also cannot put their phones down? If your phone is basically your comfort blankie, you may want to keep watching. Question 3. Have you ever laughed out loud at something on your phone and then tried to show it to someone in real life, only to realize you cannot explain why it is funny without sounding like a lunatic? If so, you have passed level 1 of 2 online. Question 4. Do you measure your self-worth by the number of likes, shares, or comments you get? Do you feel an existential void when a post flops and an irrational burst of joy when you hit a new follower milestone? If yes, welcome to the world's most emotionally unstable roller coaster. No height requirement, just Wi-Fi. Question 5. Do you ever lose track of time while scrolling, thinking, I will just check one thing, and next thing you know, it is 3 hours later you have watched someone build a log cabin with a spoon and you are not sure what day it is? Yeah, time distortion is the magic trick of every social app. Give yourself a point for each yes. 0 points if you said no, but secretly checked your phone while I was reading the questions. Now, if you scored 0-1, you are probably a woodland hermit, a grandparent who uses Facebook only to type nice photo, or you are lying to yourself. If you scored 2-3, you are in the average, just a little bit hooked range, like someone who claims they can quit sugar anytime but somehow always ends up at the bakery. If you scored 4 to 5, well, let us just say you may have already checked your notifications 3 times since this video started. There is no shame. Most of us are right there with you, swimming in the digital dopamine pool, trying to remember what real sunlight feels like. But wait, before you freak out and throw your phone out the window, let us dig deeper. What makes social media so sticky, anyway? It is not just about dopamine. The apps are designed to keep you coming back for more, using techniques that would make even the most determined casino boss jealous. Infinite scroll is basically the slot machine of the 21st century. You pull down, you wait, and boom, a new post appears. Maybe it is cute puppies, maybe it is bad news about the world, maybe it is your ex's new vacation pics. Either way, you cannot predict what will show up, and that unpredictability keeps your brain on high alert. Then there is FOMO, fear of missing out. If you do not check your phone every 7 seconds, you are convinced you might miss the next viral trend, the latest political disaster, or that one time your favorite celebrity accidentally goes live and eats soup for 20 minutes. Never mind that most of it does not matter. Your brain has not evolved to handle this much input, so it acts like every notification is a potential threat or a lottery ticket. And do not get me started on notifications. Some people have so many badges on their home screen, their phone looks like it is suffering from chickenpox. Just clear them, you say. But no, those little red dots are like digital itches. You have to scratch them. This is not your fault. The tech companies literally hired psychologists to help design these features. Yes, someone with a PhD in human behavior helped make your phone irresistible. The only other things designed with this much attention are casinos and potato chips. But, just like potato chips, you can absolutely enjoy social media in moderation. The goal is not to go full hermit and live in a cave with only a carrier pigeon for company. Instead, let us talk strategies, XQ style. Funny, practical, and totally doable, even if your willpower is as strong as a wet noodle. Strategy 1. Set limits, but make it fun. You can use apps to limit your screen time, but if you are like most of us, you will just ignore those pop-up warnings. So make it a game. Every time you check your phone for no reason, do a ridiculous dance move or say your deepest fear out loud. I am checking TikTok again because I fear I will never finish my novel. Your roommates will think you are weird, but hey, bonus entertainment. Strategy 2. Curate your feed. If you cannot stop scrolling, at least fill your feed with stuff that makes you smarter, happier, or less likely to start an argument with strangers. Unfollow anyone who makes you feel like you are losing at life or whose posts make you want to throw your phone into the sea. Follow puppies, science facts, or people who make you laugh so hard you snort. Strategy 3. Schedule phone-free zones. Mealtimes, bedtimes, bathtubs, these are sacred. Put your phone in another room, or at least far enough away that you have to crawl to get it. Try talking to real people, reading a book, or staring blankly into space like people did in the olden days. Your brain might protest, but after a while, you might remember you have actual hobbies. Strategy 4. Notice your feelings. Social media is like a mood swing on wheels. If you find yourself getting anxious, jealous, or furious at people you barely know, put down the phone and take a breather. Try deep breathing or scream into a pillow, whatever works. The important thing is to realize the apps are designed to trigger emotions, not always for your benefit. Strategy 5. Replace. Do not erase. If you want to spend less time online, do not just delete the apps. Find something fun to do instead. Go outside, touch grass, call a friend, start a ridiculous hobby, bake a cake even if it turns out inedible, or write your own memes. The more your offline life rocks, the less you will crave the next digital hit. Most importantly, do not beat yourself up. If you are addicted to social media, you are not weak, lazy, or doomed. You are just a human with a brain wired for connection, fun, and shiny things that light up. Tech companies may have built the playground, but you can still decide when to leave the sandbox and eat a real sandwich instead. So to wrap up, here is the deal. Social media can be a tool, a toy, a time suck, or all three at once. The trick is knowing when you are using it for fun or when it is using you. Take the quiz, laugh at yourself, set some limits, and go live your life. Then come back and tell us what you discovered. preferably after a nice walk, a good meal, or at least after you have looked up from your phone long enough to notice there is a world outside. All right, XQ Squad, how did you score? Are you a Zen master, a casual scroller, or a full-blown thumb athlete? Drop your score and your funniest social media confession in the comments. If you are new here, do not forget to subscribe to XQ Quick Funny Explanations for more fast, funny, and genius-level content delivered at the speed of laughter. And hey, try not to check your notifications for at least, 5 minutes. That is your first challenge. Good luck. You got this.